Hi, everybody. This is Heather from Salvāre Coaching and Counseling. I just wanted to stop in and thank you all for liking, sharing, and encouraging me on my newest venture. So Salvāre Coaching and Counseling is something I started with a desire to empower others. And to do that, I also want to use this platform right here on this Facebook social media page to give you insights and input into how you can better your lives. So definitely reach back. You can reach me via the messenger, and I'd be happy to talk with you a little bit more. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about resilience and what does it mean to be resilient. There's so many words that we use to replace resiliency and to describe resiliency. So what does it mean to be resilient or persistent or realistically optimistic? So later today in this social media page, my Facebook page here, you're going to see an article that I just read about challenges, adversities, and crises. And it was from a licensed clinical social worker, Katie Hurley, really touched on some great aspects of what does it mean to talk about persistence or resiliency in the face of adversity. She really talked a lot about enduring pain and hardship and how we feel about it, how we cope with it. So one of the things I want to say is there are things resiliency is not. So one thing is it is not what we often hear, suck it up, buttercup. Have you heard that one before? Or pull up by your bootstraps and just keep marching forward without thinking or feeling anything along the way. That's really something more called stoicism. Stoicism is when we face things without feeling or displaying how we feel. So hiding how we feel, not crying, not showing anything that might indicate that it's tough when we face adversity. And it is, it's definitely difficult. And we can validate that experience by saying, yes, it's encountering tough stuff is hard. Resilience is not ignoring that. It's not denying those circumstances. It's not saying those situations are going to be easy peasy. A lot of people will say that too, right? It's not the picture of unwavering strength and the look of just toughness. It's being realistically optimistic about the pressures that you encounter and then formulating or creating a best response to that. That's both mentally, so as we think about things, and also actionably. So when we interact with our other friends or coworkers, peers, or those within the same circumstance or situation, how do we respond to difficult stuff? Is that dismissing things like grief or crying or sadness? Resiliency isn't doing that. It's definitely allowing you to validate those feelings and actually explore them to the best of your ability, maybe with other people or a counselor or coach, also exploring those to the best of their ability to help you find the foundational tools to grow that resiliency. Again, we can grow it. We can just continue to cultivate new and good things that help us grow our own tools, our coping skills. So understanding that when we become emotionally overwhelmed, we can identify it is one such way to grow our resiliency. I like to think of a student who has been working at developing study skills. They've got organizational skills. They're using all the folders that they can use in the right places, keeping things organized, and they're also using practice tests. They're studying the right amount of time during the day, but not too much. So that balance, when an exam hits, they might find themselves being very nervous. Still, it's an exam. They might be nervous, but they can also at the same time sit back, emotionally regulate all that nerve, right? All those nervousness, and say, I know how to tackle this. I have the know-how. I am confident that I can effectively tackle this test and exam because I have prepared beforehand. I might still feel nerves, but I'm still going to be able to effectively take an exam. I'm going to do well. So being mindful and also practicing self-compassion are tools to develop realistic resiliency. Unlike our stoicism, where we endure hardship and pain without just feeling anything, resilience with realistic frameworks empowers us to become steadfast because we can cultivate the skills that we need, and we're acknowledging that we need them, which is good. That means we know that we have to work on some things to get better and grow. So resilience, perseverance, grit, all those words that we use are really talking about how much we can grow ourselves to tackle what we probably are going to encounter every day. It's just like taking that test, looking at what can I do to do it better. I can study. I can try to implement those things. I can also learn if I get my test back and there's some things marked wrong. Well, I learn to study and review and do better. So even though we're persistent, we're going to experience those setbacks and difficulties. So working to identify and understand those are just part of your everyday resilience options that I'd love to hear from you about. How are you coping and how are you learning? And how can people like coaches and counselors help you to do even better with things like emotional resilience, spiritual resilience, community resilience? There's so many places and ways that we can connect and talk about growing together. So I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for checking in, and I look forward to hearing from you and helping you soon. Have a great day.